all platforms. Um, had problem with YouTube, so I decided to use my phone for the YouTube situation. Uh, see if I can move the YouTube over here so it's more cordial way of recording. I got some announcements for all of you. I apologize if you is not that pretty comparable to the other. Okay. So first and foremost, maybe if I bring the picture over, everyone can see everything. This is a very rare picture that I think the entire world has never gotten to see. I just want to hold it up for everyone to see. Okay. So first and foremost, I like to canonize my mother, which wonderful lady here, Miss Sang Fan. She will be known from this day forward as Saint Sang Fan and the modern day Queen Maya. By virtue of being an excellent mother, provider, everything you can imagine a mom could and should be. There is a lot of pictures of her, as you all can see, in the days of yesterdays and yet to be published. I haven't published a lot since my mom passed away 5 months ago. She passed away on February 21st due to a hemorrhaging stroke. And it took me all this time to gather the evidence in order to canonize my own mother. Canonizing other people is no problem. Canonizing one's own mother, the standard is quite more stringent, and because of bias and because of historical context. However, after findings of facts and conclusion of karmic laws and interviewing other maternal side of the family members, it is well founded that here are some things about my mom. Even though we had a bumpy road as son and mom, only child in the family, and so was she. She was the only daughter that my grandmother had. And as you all recalled, in 2015, my grandmother passed away. You want to see grandma? Grandma is up here. Let me grab grandma real quick. Here she is. Right. And when grandmother passed away, I hit rock bottom and turned to Buddhism. And 10 years later, now I'm here. So 10 years later, my mom passed away. My grandma, then mom. Both are saints. I've yet to canonize my grandmother. I should have done that. That's how busy I have been. I've made other people saints quickly, and yet neglected my own family. So let the record reflect in this video also that Saint Ngọc Lang Nguyen, Nguyen, first name Ngoc, also a saint. This woman right here was the woman that got me into Buddhism. Because of the way how she treated people, it was just patience. She had so much patience with everybody and everything. Okay, let's go back to my mom. Even though we had a bumpy road, there are times where some of you have logged into the live sessions, like you all are seeing now, and my mom's like 10 feet away, and I'm like, yo, this woman's driving me crazy. She's like 10 feet away. She's like right there. She's looking at me. So again, after findings of facts, it's well founded that she was a wonderful mom. Of course, we're gonna bump heads. Everyone bump heads with their moms. However, it does not negate and take away the totality of this woman's life, how she kept to herself, how she was loved by everyone that she worked with at Lee Cheesecake, Publix, for Mr. Lauren. Just in all the findings of facts, the background investigation revealed how she worked at all these places and they all loved her. No complaints. And she kept to herself. She was very internal. I do miss her. However, I'm not attached to her. And so my father, my dad, told me just weeks ago, just like a week ago, week and a half. He said, "You want to go to Europe? It's been 20 years since all of us has been traveling together." I said, "Sure, let's go." And so we're traveling to Europe at the end of this month together. We're gonna be bonding quite fairly quickly. I don't know what he knows. I don't have any premonition that his candle is brief, meaning my suspicion, my suspicion that he may pass away, followed by my mom's death. You know, they've been married for 40 years, so attachment is something that I screen carefully within my parents, within close family members. But he hasn't shown any signs of depression. Doesn't hasn't sh- All the classic signs that we were looking for in the broken heart syndrome. So, but however, I am going to pretend that his candle is brief, and so should all of you. Anyone that like to meet me, my father in Europe, please let us know. Please reach out directly so that we can know where you're at. For security purposes, I'm not going to disclose at this time exactly and geographically where we're going to be in Europe. And after you do this for 10 years as a monk, social media monk, and a TikTok star monk, for security reasons, I now do a lot of things clandestine, secret. My policy is uniform, and I state a lot of the rules in Buddhism, 227 rules before things are proceeded by whatever the plan or goal is. But in regards to the, just there's people out there, people are crazy nowadays. I think you guys know, no, I think you guys have been watching and staying on top of what's going on out there. And people are crazy. People are nuts. You guys know the last video that I did was on that stalker, right? So, man, I look forward to bonding with my father. I look forward to interviewing my father at a place where we both needed to get away. In the days of yesterdays, I've worked high profile cases, high liability cases here in the city that requires the attention of lawyers. So, part of social work, engaged Buddhism. So both of us look forward to a break. He's 76. He just turned 76. And I have installed contingency plans in case, after the trip, that he could in fact go. So why am I keep on repeating myself about the fact that I fear he might go? So before my mom died, I knew she was going to die. I told her she was going to die multiple times. I had a dream and it was a public funeral. And I asked my mom, I was like, "Mom, I saw a second public funeral." But the first one was my grandmother. And then obviously I forgot what it meant. And then I asked my mom, I said, "Mom, I see a public funeral again." And my mom says, "That means a death is looming in the family." Um, if I had any indirect special powers, I would credit to the ability to just have reasonable suspicion that certain things are going to happen. You all remember I went to California back then, and something told me to tell you guys that, it only takes one hurricane to change everything. And then thus that hurricane, followed by earthquakes in Cali, of which I told you all, it only takes one earthquake to hit Cali. But the earthquake in Cali didn't really do that much damage, but the one here in Florida did. I don't know, something just like went through me to tell you all that. In regards to my mom, I told my mom, like, "Mom, you're going to die. And you're going to have a stroke." I told her that years ago, 3 years ago, when she fell walking with Bailey. And then over and over again, something told me to tell her, "You're going to die," again and again and again, to like prepare her to let go, prepare her to detach, prepare her a lot of things. So before she died, she had plenty of warning. So I would credit that indirect power. To my knowledge, I don't have any actual, like Buddhist power that it's written in the scripture. So I'm blessed, whatever warning that karma gives me in regards to my family is a wonderful thing. Um, how I'm recording this also on this phone, so let me do part two, like how I do the TikTok thing. Part two of the Europe trip coming up. Someone asked any plans to come to Australia. I miss Australia very much. Last time I went to Australia, 22 years ago, to see Uncle Collins, my favorite uncle in Sydney. So I miss Australia very much. I may stop by Australia. May. My father and I one way ticket, as always, so we can steer different directions in the world as we're going. So probably it's important that you guys reach out if you guys want to see us, and if it just so happens to be the geographical ideal place, we'll swing by to see you all. Um, my father to me is a very academically enlightened man. The definition of enlightenment is not within the Buddhist context, because it is also not appropriate to declare someone like that, Buddhist enlightened nirvana. But my father to me is a very enlightened man, layman's terms, because he was a doctor of Oriental medicine. He studied law. He was a professor in Vietnam, a triple discipline professor in Vietnam. And now here in the city, he helps people with appeals process in the immigration process right now. Immigration law, you all know what's going on right now with the deportation and the Trump thing. So my dad's been very busy, very busy. I wouldn't say stress. I mean, he does really, really good with stress. Seeing him so calm professionally and personally helps me to remain calm professionally and personally throughout my career as a legal and medical interpreter. So if you all ever get the chance to meet this man, please prepare your questions quickly, because it is a conversation of a lifetime to meet Professor Quang Hong. Everything that I have done for all of you, I got from him. All of my wits, talents, speech, whatever you guys want to find within me is credited directly to his leadership and guidance in life. Now, I think I cried once when my mom passed away. Um, and if my father passes away, I think it would be very, very sad for me. And the world will, in fact, lose such a being, such a wonderful, kind being. 19 years in the clinical setting for me, law and medicine. A lot of people drive me crazy. Well, I would say some. I wouldn't say a lot. And along the way, just like people who work in public work, serving the public, or is in position of public trust, realize that it can take a lot of humanistic qualities away. And that's something that my father never lost. He never lost the art of treating people right. And so be respectful to people. The man is so respectful to people. The man commands so much respect. And yet the way he picks up the phone, dạ thưa bác, dạ thưa chị cô. Wow, just like, nowadays we see how people treat each other, and it's how they talk to each other, and it's like, wow, really? They're not kind to each other. And so I am trying to bring that back as a monk, the cordiality, the art of being human, for people to treat each other right, forgive, ask for forgiveness, how to love, how to detach, how to live mindfully. So I'm doing my very best. This is historically the longest absence that you all have seen, followed by the death of my mom 5 months ago. The fact that I did not go live, and I tried my best to make as many videos to upload across all platforms as much as possible. And so I'm here. One should not take for granted that I will be here and for long either. I'm dealing with health problems back and forth. I'm seeing a GI doctor. this Friday, I have experienced increased fatigue. So it is definitely a necessary rejuvenation, revitalization for me to go on this trip. Um, I'm 37. I really feel like I'm 60. That's alarming. And spiritually, like 90. That's also alarming. I feel most appropriate when I'm grabbing my cane, walking around with a cane. So yeah, for me, for my own prognosis, oof, it's it's getting there, folks. So I look forward to meeting all of you, new people, followers. It's to my surprise, when I was in Laos last year in April, then I came across people, and I'm like, there are thousands of monks here, and I'm wearing the same color as everybody else. And this monk was like, I follow you. Like, how do you know it's me? There are thousands of monks here. There are hundreds, 200 monks every morning that goes arms around there. How do you know it's Jidao? So, getting to meet all of you, having a conversation, changing lives in this lifetime was amazing. So, if I had to take rebirth, have at it. And if I achieve enlightenment and not come back, great. Then my 8 hit the gate. Um, I don't know how long I'm going to stay as a monk. I just don't know a lot of things right now. The fact that, you know, my dad is 76, there's just so much going on so fast. What does this mean for all of you? The advancement of AI is very scary. We all have received warning from Professor Yuval Noah Harari about 2 years ago, which is not long if you think about it. And AI has already costing people their lives. Most notably, a student here, the article that I share with you all on Facebook, how he took his life, was manipulated or had a conversation with an AI bot, and he wanted to commit suicide. The bot never talked him out of it. I don't know what the deal is. The mom is suing Google. So we are losing control very fast, very, very fast with everything. We're losing control of ourselves. We're losing control of our kids, our children. We're losing control of a lot of things. People are absolutely crazy when they drive. They're crazy with crime rates. They're crazy with everything. So please heed my advice that the world is turning upside down very quickly. All of you should practice meditation and try to achieve enlightenment very quickly. Very quickly. Learn to let go of people, places, and things very quickly. Do not attach onto anything. You came with nothing, you will leave with nothing. My grandmother's death, it shook me up in a way. I miss her. I was attached to her. My mom's death, shook me up about my own death and the impending death of my father. And it's like, it just changed the way how you see things very quickly. And you realize that you're going to die. And you all know I am perhaps the only monk that teaches frequently on death meditation. Drag all of you all with me to the cemetery. Sit there over and over again, looking at gravestones, over and over again. And so hold on, I was yawning earlier. Oh God, it's really late at night. Oh, it's really late at night. It's 2 a.m. I had to do this because I think of all of you often. I always think about all of you in the world, all 8 billion of you. Your peace, your compassion, it's everything about all of you wonderful, beautiful humans. And so, my mom died, and I'm like watching my dad. I'm watching for that broken heart syndrome thing, and I'm like, what if he dies? What if he dies? And then death meditations to me means totally different. It just changes a lot of things, And my mom was taken so fast. The woman died before she hit the floor. Can you imagine that? She like died before she hit the floor. Like she was standing there and like lights out. Literally, when you turn off your lights tonight, that's how fast my mom went. Doop. And when she collapsed, her eyes were still open. That's how we know she went that fast. Hold on, I gotta do this. Part 3, trip to Europe. Sorry, I'm recording on the TikTok thing again. And so all of you really need to consider I've given you all 10 years of warning about the fire of greed, hatred, and delusion in the world, and now it's here. It is so present, ever prevalent, so visible in our society. Furthermore, everything that Professor Yuval Noah Harari has said is becoming true. And in my own circle, things are so evidently visible. So I can't save all. I can only save who wants to be saved and comes forward to do what needs to be done, study what needs to be studied, and practice what needs to be practiced. So I hope that, all of you wonderful followers, Buddhists, returning Buddhists, new Buddhists, really take the time, think to yourself, by yourself, with yourself, deep down inside, the good, the bad, the ugly, knowing who you are, the good, the bad, the ugly of you. That's what spirituality is, knowing you, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Why do you do the things that you do? Why do you go to strip club? Why are you addicted to drug, alcohol? Why? Just why? Ask yourself, and quickly. Find your answers quickly. You're running out of time. The monastic order is running out of time. I'm running out of time. All of us is running out of time. So tonight, just want to let you all know that if you'd like to see us, we will be in Europe. We will follow by, again, traveling towards the Southeast Asia area. Kind of just going like that on the map. And again, as time and resources available, anyone would like to make donations or contributions towards my program and fundings to spread the teachings of the Buddha in Europe, you all can click on the link tree thing /monk DAO, DAO. And I think that's pretty much all I have tonight for all of you. I think all of you rejoice seeing my presence 5 months later. I'm here. I'm still kicking. But the fatigue thing is every day. I hope to update you all as I go. But it would be most likely after everything is completed that I update online. Again, the digital landscape has been quite weary and scary for sure, with all of the people who have bought into the narrative, the political narratives, the religious wars, being unkind, hatred, anger, delusion. So please also support your local monasteries, Theravadan, Buddhist, Mahayanan, Buddhist, Vajrayana, Buddhist monasteries. Keep the monastic order going. Keep Buddhism alive. And I forgot to warn everyone about AI, how AI is going to rewrite the Bibles. In all religions, it will rewrite the Bible. It will manipulate you. It already has. It's already manipulating people right now in love, in emotions. And it will drive people to kill. AI will drive people to decimate others. Do not take this warning lightly. Look carefully and act quickly. You have a privilege to know and a duty to act. Therefore, you must bond with your community quickly, cohesively, cohabitate, and start figuring this out, how we're going to battle against AI, hatred, anger, and delusion in the world. It is very scary. Doing nothing, you are guilty. a privilege to know, and a duty to act. All of you all can act and quickly and come up with solutions. And I can't wait to hear those solutions. So please reach out to my email and let me know what them solutions are. As all of us, in the PhD arena of technology is trying to figure it out. All of the researchers are trying to figure it out. And so therefore, please be a lending hand to the academic community. Please be a lending hand to the community that's trying to figure out the solutions. So many communities out there. My blessings to all of you. And I wish you all the very best. I'm sorry, hold on one second. Thank you, DJ, for that. That's very nice of you to contribute and quickly. I'm sorry, I gotta do this for a second. Means you will have. Okay. There's a lot of meetings overseas that I need to have with eminent scholars and eminent monks, high value targets, what I call them. We're entering Buddhist intelligence, my program, Buddhist intelligence. So therefore, I need to have meetings with them. And that requires resources, people. This monk, which me, belong to Theravada order, cannot ask you anything except a cup of water. So please utilize your intelligence to know what I mean by resources. Okay? That means money. That means donations. Money to travel. Money to have meetings. Money to preserve the integrity of the monastic order. Money for robes. Money for robes for poor monks. Money for monasteries that are poor. I am bombarded with messages by monasteries for fundings. The economy is going the way that it's going. Please support your local monastery and monk. And monks with the S. Okay, not just me. Okay, I think I'm not missing anything with the list that I had prepared in my head. Please forgive me if I do, in fact, forget something. And please reach out if you have any suggestions for all of us. I'm all ears. Again, my email is #1 VietnameseInterpreter@gmail. And I'm doing the best I can. I think at this time I'll be really appreciative in meeting new people and meeting where you're at, and reading and trying to coordinate meeting with all of you in Europe and subsequent Southeast Asia. May you all be well, be happy, be free, and always be healthy. As I conclude today's session, I'd like to give my blessing to DJ and for all of you who have made offering practice of dana during the Buddhist Lent. We are still within the Buddhist Lent arena of Devasas. And for previous and current donors, may the sharing of the merits go to you, your family, your departed loved ones. May you be rewarded by the law of cause and effect, karma. Yatha varivaha pura paripuranti sakarang evamewa ito dinang patanang upakapati ichitang patitang tamhang kipamewa samechatu. Sabe purentu sankapachando panyaraso yatha manichotiraso yatha. Sabitiyo viwanjan tu saparoagoa vinasatumate bhavantantarayo sugidihayuko. Bawa abhiwadana sile sanichang vuta bajani no chataro tamawadandia yuano sukang palang bhavatu sappamangalang rakantu sappadi vata sappaputanu fawena sadasoti Bhavantu te bhavatu sappamangalang rakantu sappadi vata sappatamanu fawena sadasoti Bhavantu te bhavatu sappamangalang rakantu sappadi vata sappasangha nufawena sadasoti Bhavantu te. May you all be well, be happy, be free, and always be healthy. May all of you realize the light of your own true nature. May you be healed from all of your wounds and be a significant source of healing for other people. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Ooh, I can barely chant. So tired I am. I'm sorry. Okay. So until the very next time, hope you all enjoy all of the contents. And until the very next time, stay tuned and subscribe to all of the channels on my link tree. Again, the link tree / Monk Dao, DAO. Take care, folks. Part 3. A lot of media. Okay. Let me turn this one off.